Guys, sorry I'm late today. I had a big meeting and big news coming. Um, I'll probably wait to announce the news a little bit later, but it's huge, big for the show, and excited. So I couldn't move that meeting, and I just wanted to make sure you guys know that I wouldn't just leave you hanging if it wasn't important. But yeah, big news coming. Stay tuned on that front. But I couldn't move this meeting. Let's just put it that way. Uh, okay, so hit me with your start bench questions. We're gonna do the fantasy football show live remote today. I ordered my pizza pie over at Lou Molinati's. We're gonna go pick up that pizza pie in just a little bit. What's going on, Crazy? What's up, Uzi? What's up, Zep? What's going on, Tampa Bay or New Orleans rest of the season? Um, I mean, Tampa Bay, I would imagine, pal. But you could start, based on the schedule. Um, Matchups matter, but Tampa's a good D, pal. Very good D. Let's see here. I'm going to shade. It is brutal. It is brutal. A-Rob Javante for Mixon. Yeah, for now, that could backfire on you if Javante gets in there, but um, I think I'd probably do that for right now. Joe Burrow or Kirk. Joe Burrow for me. I know Christian Kirk's playing pretty good. Kirk Cousins is playing pretty good. But Joe Burrow for me. Mike Williams must start every week. Of course, Uzi. He's a must start every week, but definitely a sell high, if you can get the right deal. Debo or Deontay. Deontay if he's healthy, but if he's not healthy, I mean, you can't even start him hurt. Opinions on Brandon Cooks. I'm selling Cooks high everywhere I can. Everywhere I can. What's up, big dog? Is Cook out again this week? We're kind of waiting on word on Cook. I've been in a meeting all day, so I'm not sure. If anything, I literally wanted to jump on here first. So if something happened in the last hour, I don't even know about it because I've been in the damn meeting. So if anybody wants to break news on the show, break it. What's up, Balls Life? Yo, yo, yo. Start J.D. McKissick or Gainwell. Start McKissick right now. The guy dropped 80 receptions last year. Was a beast in week 2, and everybody is thinking he's done because he didn't do anything week 3. McKissick's going to get dropped in a lot of leagues too. So go grab McKissick if he gets dropped in fantasy week 4 waiver wire transactions. Curtis Samuel, Crazy World. Yeah, I'm not huge on him. Smitty, can I drop Trey Sermon and hold Eli Mitchell? I don't know. I feel like we don't even know which one of the two is more valuable, if either are going to be valuable at all. It could be Jeff Wilson. If anything, Jeff Wilson's probably the guy to grab and hold right now, if you're trying to be preemptive. You know what I mean? I don't know that Sermon or Mitchell will be playing by week 10, 11, 12. Like Jeff Wilson, I think Shanahan's weird enough that he's not going to roll with talent. And I'm not saying Jeff Wilson's not talented, but Jeff Wilson knows the offense, and I think Shanahan's going to resort to that. So I would say if you had to make a move now preemptively, and you're not using Sermon, you're not using those guys, I would probably pick up Jeff Wilson. Is my advice. Lev Bell, I'm not interested in Lev Bell. Never really was. Jeff Wilson had some monster games as well. Yeah, I think he's got a good track record in that offense. So pick him up. Some examples I would use to trade for Cooks. I'd probably trade, now that the clouds are kind of hiding the sun. I'm going to go sit down. Mixon's the GOAT. Attaboy, Ozzy. Or Uzi. I'm tired. I'm on like 3 hours sleep. Calling Uzi Ozzy. Are you on parole? Are you at the parole office? No, I'm at Lou Molinati's Pizzeria, pal. Almost the exact opposite. Examples of Brandon Cooks trades, maybe if anything, Brandon Cooks trades should be like you include Cooks to upgrade one different player. So you have James Robinson, and you give Brandon Cooks to get Gibson. So I use Brandon Cooks as a additive, a window dressing, a topper to make J-Rob turn into Gibson. That's what I do. That's what I do, pal. That's how you get rid of Cooks. You can't really get rid of him 1-for-1 all that easily. Amari Cooper outlook. Look, I mean, this happened after week 1. You know, as soon as week 1 happened, what did people come in? People came in, guns blazing, blasting Smitty left and right, saying, told you Lamb's not the wide receiver 1. And, you know, I'm not saying Lamb's not having good and bad games too, but everybody took week 1 like it was set in stone moving forward. Like Amari Cooper's the number 1 wide receiver there. And I didn't feel that way. Like, I like Cooper, and I think he's a top 12 wide receiver, but it's going to be CeeDee Lamb's team, and it's slowly, I think, going to unveil that way. I like both of them. I'm not selling low on Cooper. I would sell high if I could. You're probably not going to be able to sell high coming off this game. But I didn't think for a second Amari Cooper was going to be a top 5 wide receiver coming out of week 1. I thought Lamb's going to be a top 5 to 7 wide receiver. I still believe he will be. I think Lamb is so ultra talented. He's just getting started. I don't care if he did mediocre in week 4. I'm buying low. Lamb's one of my favorite buy lows walking into week 4. Like, as I said on the end of my buy low sell high video, go get CeeDee Lamb now, because people are going to be very reactive to one game, just like they were when they're like, I told you Amari Cooper's the number 1 after week 1, when we really only had 1 week to go on. I like Amari Cooper, but I sell Cooper high. I sell him high if you can, if you even can right now. I don't know that you can sell him super high right now. Joel, thank you for the super chat, pal. Appreciate you, Joel. Big news coming, pal. That's why I was late today in a meeting. Big news coming for the show. I'm excited. Mike Williams for Swift. Yeah, I'd probably take Swift. As much as I like Mike Williams, he's a must start every week. You'd be crazy to not explore and test trade waters when it comes to Mike Williams. If anybody, just like Amari Cooper in week 1, if anybody's going to take 3 weeks of Mike Williams and extrapolate it across the whole season, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to sell this man before it's too late and you can't go get, you know, a DK Metcalf or a dig straight up for Mike Williams. Like, you could literally in some leagues, and believe me, I've talked to enough people to know, this isn't an arrogant statement. This is just fact. I have one of the best temperatures for what you can get in a trade right now for any player, because I have a text line. Find another analyst out there that has an actual text line. I have a text line where I get, I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds of questions per week, hundreds per day. I get hundreds per day. So that's like, I'd say between 900 and 1,500 questions on my text line per week. And I get so many questions about Mike Williams. I can tell you I have the best temperature out of anybody for what you can get away with, because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a text message over the last week and a half where someone's like, should I try and trade Mike Williams for, you know, Ridley or DK or Diggs, or before week 3, Justin Jefferson? I'm like, yeah, you could try, but you're not going to get that. And they text me back, done. I did it. The guy took Mike Williams. I can't tell you how many times I've been shocked. I can't tell you how many times I've told someone, yeah, try it. You probably won't land it. And then they land it. Mike Williams can get you a ton right now. There are people that are very reactive over 3 weeks. I already answered this one, pal. Mike Williams for Swift. I'd take Swift. Terry would say hit the thumbs up. Absolutely. Is Marlon Mack worth a look? No, not now. Trade Tyreek and Damian Harris for Lockett and J-Rob and Chase. Trade Tyreek and Damian for Lockett, J-Rob and Chase. Give me Tyreek and no, I don't know. To be honest with you, like, while the Lockett side is more value, like logic tells you to take the Lockett side, I don't want to take the Lockett. Like, I don't believe in J-Rob enough that I want. Like, I like Tyreek Hill enough. I feel like you can maybe trade Damian. You should have traded Damian last week, but You can maybe trade Damian and something for a better option that doesn't take away Tyreek Hill. I just don't know that I love that trade in general. There are advantages to the other side, but I just don't like that team. I don't like the look of the team. I don't really believe in Lockett long term at the value level he's playing. I don't think he vanishes or goes away, but I certainly am not like a huge fan of Lockett at his current value. Let's see what else we got here. Ayuk or Bateman off waivers. Ayuk, Rashad Bateman. I'm not excited about him yet. Like, I'm gonna wait. If it's hard enough to start like a Rondell Moore because he could be inconsistent week in and week out, you can't. Bateman's not a guy I'm gonna bank on. Rondell Moore is a guy that could get cut a lot, and I would pick Rondell Moore up coming into this wave of waivers where people are going to drop him and McKissick. I think Rondell Moore and McKissick are going to be two of the best grabs coming off of the releases from waivers. So rock out. Thank you for the super chat. Trade Swift and Deontay Johnson for Cook and Godwin. Yeah, I would do that. Am I reading that right? Trade Swift and Deontay for Cook and Godwin. Cook and Godwin. I would take Cook and Godwin. Nice. I like it, pal. I like that a lot. Josh Gordon worth a fab. I mean, depends on how deep your league is. Josh Allen definitely has some upside, but it's very, very like hard to imagine it unfolding. You know what I mean? Like if they inserted him into the lineup, I would totally be on board with owning him and rostering him. But I think he's starting out on the practice squad, right? I mean, he's got to climb up. I don't know. I'm not super high on that idea unless you're in a deep league where you have garbage, wide receivers anyway, that are sitting on the bench that you're like, okay, I took a stab on this guy. I'm never going to use him. Trey Lance outlook, I think we're a week to actually 0.5 to 3 weeks away from him coming in. Wouldn't shock me at all if this pressure made Jimmy Garoppolo crack and at halftime Trey Lance starts and doesn't ever come out of the lineup. Tyson moving forward, he was a big sell for me last week and before last week and coming out of week 3, you don't really have much trade value anymore. He was perfect. Him and Cordero Patterson, him and Brandon Cooks, these are all guys that you could sell high, and add them as window dressing to a 2-for-1. So I'm trading what's his face? What did you just say? Tyson. I'm trading Tyson Williams if I can. I don't think you can get anything anymore, but I'm trading Tyson Williams and Cooks for one wide receiver or one running back. I'm adding Tyson Williams to any deal I can. But this was last week. Heading into last week, so before week 3, so coming out of week 2, you had a real opportunity. People are really excited about Tyson Williams, and you had a real opportunity to sell him. So don't make the same mistake with like Brandon Cooks. Don't make the same mistake with other players like Cordero Patterson, who are doing really well right now. You can add them to a deal and get a ton. Yes, I dumped Tyson for McKissick. McKissick caught 80 balls last year. DK and Metcalf for CMC. I don't think you can do that trade. First of all, DK's not playing the way that he should be playing, and I think he will. I have no worries about that. But you're buying DK at his old price tag. You need to get more. But I like the idea of where you're going, but you need to get more. You definitely need to get more. Trade JT for Gibby. I'm going to go ahead and say I like both of them. Both have upside. JT has the upside to be a top 6 to 10 running back, but like I feared, there'd just be no room to run. The offense is putrid. They can't move the football down the field. But could that change? I think Jonathan Taylor is a great buy low candidate. Maybe not yet. Maybe right now. Maybe not yet. I think second half of the season, Jonathan Taylor could go on a tear. And so owning him now is going to cause you to lose. Owning him later could cause you to win. Cup is on fire. Cup is a good sell high candidate. Not that I would get rid of him at anything but monster value. You're only getting rid of Cup if you need to make a trade. You're only getting rid of Cup if you're getting top 1 to 5 wide receiver value. But would I trade Cup for a struggling Stephon Diggs and a running back? Absolutely. And that's again that again goes to my whole, like, I have the good temperature of what's going on in terms of fantasy trades, because I've seen people get rid of Cup and get a Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Stephon Diggs, a Gibson and a Ridley, and they had to give up a little bit more. Maybe they give up a Tyson Williams, or something like that. Dump Tyson for McKissick. Already answered that, pal. Yep. Yep, I would do that. McKissick caught 80 balls last year. Trade Diggs for Zeke. Very even for me, depending on if you need a running back or a wide receiver. I like Diggs and Zeke about the same. Make sure you get Pollard, though. Taylor and Pollard for Hawkinson and A-Rob. I take Taylor and Pollard. Kelsey, James Robinson, and Marvin Jones for Waller and Zeke. Give me Waller and Zeke. What running back should I target with Evans in a PPR? He had a big game. You could easily get Gibson, man. JT or Gibson. Is Monty a buy low candidate? Monty's both a buy low and a sell high. I think if you can sell Monty and a wide receiver like Brandon Cooks and get a Gibson, you're making out, because you're getting into a player that I believe has potential top 10 running back value still in Gibby, top 6 to 10. But you're getting out of a player that I think is a trap right now in Monty. Right now, that could change as Fields develops and if Fields moves the ball down the field. And I think Fields is capable of it. Like, we've seen Fields in the preseason have success, and I think that he still could. So if Fields can get going, then Monty can return to form, I believe, and they're going to kind of complement each other. So I'm very interested in acquiring Monty at the right price, but I'm very interested in selling him too. There are a lot of players entering weeks 4, 5, 6 that are going to have both the sell high and buy low category tags. It's the way it is. And I love that a lot of analysts will just tell you buy low, sell high. Like, I'm being real. Monty's a buy low and a sell high. It depends on the value and the situation. So there'll be a lot of those players that are designated both buy lows and sell highs. Sold Monty for Diggs after week 1. Attaboy. Should I trade CMC, Keenan Allen for DK, Waller, and Hunt? Yes, I probably would. DK, Waller, and Hunt. DK, Waller, and Hunt for CMC, Keenan Allen. So DK and Keenan Allen, you have a little bit of an advantage there, but some would say it's even. So let's call that a wash for argument's purposes. So you're trading CMC for Hunt and Waller. That's pretty good right now, considering CMC's out for a little bit. Like, I wouldn't mind that trade. I think you're getting enough talent there that it's okay. Overcome, thank you for the super chat. Overcome says, worried about Chubb? If so, trade targets. I'm worried about Chubb as much as I was before. I'm worried about injury with him. I'm worried about volume. Chubb has been very, 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 very efficient. And you know what? You got to give him credit for that. So I'm not trying to take away anything. Like, your stats are your stats, but he's sharing an enormous amount of volume with Kareem Hunt, who's doing very, very well. And they're going to divide him up at the goal line. Chubb's not the goal line back. They're both the goal line back, depending on who's in the rotation at that time. Chubb is going to get TDs. Hunt is going to get TDs. I prefer owning Hunt at the value you can get Hunt. But Chubb is going to have sometimes 12 and 13 carries. And if he's not ultra efficient, he's not going to get you the numbers. So I would definitely look to maybe acquire like a Gibson and a wide receiver. I would have traded Chubb walking into last week for Clyde and Ridley, or Clyde and Diggs, or Clyde and Justin Jefferson. I think that's the kind of move I look when I'm dealing Chubb. I want a running back. What's up, Yarks? I want a running back. Yarks, I'm at the pizzeria, pal. I'm at the pizzeria. Lou Molinati's, pal. You coming down here? You coming down here, boy? Get down here, boy. Get a pizza pie. Tim Patrick outlook. I like him. I like Tim Patrick. Trying to trade J-Rob what wide receivers are worth. AJ Brown possibly. Yeah, I mean, if you're like contemplating benching J Rob each week, trade him for AJ Brown and put AJ Brown on your bench because you're maybe gonna put James Robinson on your bench. Like I don't believe in James Robinson. I think that situation is a nightmare. I sell high on J Rob the first chance I get. In fact, I should have put that on my buy low or my sell high video. I don't know that I put J Rob in there. That's a big whiff on my part. J Rob is one of the better sell highs right now. Um, I guess I just didn't think many people would buy him, but apparently I'm wrong because, like I said, on my text line, I'm getting a bunch of J Rob questions and people are inquiring about J Rob. Like, yeah, J Rob is a good sell high right now. I'd rather, I don't know if Yarks, are you still in here? Am I crazy, Yarks? Even despite Rondell Moore's poor week 3 outing. Am I crazy to like Rondell Moore and PPR more than James Robinson going forward? I feel like Rondell Moore is going to be such a good buy low, or even a guy that gets dropped coming out of week 3 doing nothing. People will drop him, and he'll be available on waivers and be one of the best second wave waiver wire grabs for the week because every week people cut those guys. It's real important to look at the waiver wire in the first wave of waiver wire transactions, the blind bidding, the fat bidding. Make sure you look at it and see who is cut because sometimes people will cut the dumbest players. So oftentimes in weeks 3, 4, 5, 6, some of the best waiver wire grabs are on the second wave of waivers from the release players. And I would not be shocked if Rondell Moore gets dropped in leagues. And am I crazy? Hey, chat, am I crazy for liking Rondell Moore that much? I don't care if he struggled. What's up, Buffoon? What's up, Claypool for Hopkins? You're not going to get that, but try. Try to get Hopkins that cheap. Try to find someone that gullible. Trade J. Rob and AB for Evans and Javonte. I take Evans and Javonte. I think Javante's got that much value that's coming soon. Yarks, did you answer me? Too many AZ wide receivers. Yeah, I mean, I understand, pal, but I love Rondell Moore. Explain yourself. Just describing Kirk, describing what happened last week. I think Kyler Murray finds Rondell Moore. Rondell Moore is like an impossible wide receiver to guard, despite last week's no show. Is Gainwell on the rise? Not yet, but the moment Miles Sanders gets hurt, this committee that's kind of bleeding each other, they're bleeding both players out in value, will vanish, and then Gainwell will be the majority shareholder, and then Gainwell is going to gain value. So Gainwell is a hold, in my opinion. I would not drop Rondell Moore. AJ Green has an extensive injury history, and all he needs is the boom. Derrick Henry for Kamara and D-Hop PPR. Derrick Henry for Kamara and D-Hop. Of course, I'd trade Derrick Henry for Kamara and D-Hop. You crazy? Absolutely. Jay Yaddy, go get that trade. Leave now, come back. Leave now and come back. Rams Nation. I have Madison. Should I trade Gaskin, Pittman, Sermon, and Mitchell for him? No, you're not getting anything there. Keep Madison, pal. Madison can be a league winner, even if he goes back to the bench. Demont and DK for CMC. Demont and DK for CMC. Demont and DK for CMC. I'm going to say CMC, man. I don't trust Demont right now. Kamara for J. Rob. I mean, if you need to make a move, though, if you're like 0-3 and you got Christian McCaffrey and you're just going to lose, like, you got to do something. I'm not saying don't do that if you're in that position, but I wish you could get more. Kamara for J. Rob and Javonte Williams. I'd take Kamara. I don't care how good I think Javonte is going to be. He's not there yet. You got to take Kamara. Should I try to finesse Justin Jefferson for Mike Williams? I'd rather have JJ. I wouldn't call anybody absolutely nuts if they wanted Mike Williams over JJ, but I would never consider Mike Williams over JJ right now. Could it change? Maybe, but I doubt it. Like, JJ is a top 5 wide receiver to me. I think Mike Williams will start playing eventually like a borderline top 10. I don't think Mike Williams, we're 3 weeks in, people. We're 3 weeks in. I don't think Mike Williams, he's had enough time to prove that he's a top 5 wide receiver and he hasn't proved it. He's playing great right now. I love him. Herbert's the difference maker. Herbert's the different part of the equation that we didn't have before. So to judge Mike Williams on the past fully is kind of unfair. But at the same time, big talents make big plays no matter what. And I don't see Mike Williams holding or retaining anything inside the top 8 wide receivers. So I'm trading him high. Diggs for Calvin Ridley, very, very even Steven type stuff, pal. I'll kick you in the nads. You kick me in the nads. What's the point? Smitty looking up, haha, missed my super chat. Okay. Sorry, buddy. I'm looking. I'm scrolling. Steven, half PPR Cook, Madison, and Moss for Ridley and Waller. Cook, Madison, Moss, Zach Moss. Cook, Madison, Moss for Ridley and Waller. If Cook comes back fast, I like the Cook side more. And even if he doesn't come back fast, I like Ridley and Waller, but I don't know that I can do that, pal. I don't know that I can get rid of Cook at that value. Thank you, Steven. My Hertz Monty, that's too long. It's scrolling back past me, pal. Pitts and Fournette for Henderson. I have Higbee. Give me Pitts over Henderson, straight up. I think Pitts will be more. Pitts is a great buy low right now. A great buy low. Trade away Mike Williams plus Gibson plus Devontae for Diggs, JT. Diggs, JT. So Mike Williams, Gibson, Devon. I mean, you can make arguments on both sides of that. I'd probably rather have the Diggs and JT side, pal. Big timer. Hold on a second. Steven, we've been asking where Big Timer's been for like, I don't know, 8 months. Every once in a while, we're like, where's Big Timer? Who was that guy? Oh, it's Big Timer. Where's Big Timer? Are you telling me you've been here the whole time, or have you just stopped in? Because I was going to say, I don't recognize Steven, my new moderator. I'm like, who the hell is Steven? You've been here. Why didn't you? Maybe you did, but bro, we thought you vanished. We're like, where's Big Timer? Big Timer was one of our biggest followers, like one of our longtime followers, a staple in the show. Not seeing your name has been like a kick to the nuts, pal. And you're telling me this whole time you've been there? You've been there watching? You've been there moderating? You've been there waiting? And you just, changed your name on us? Like, what in the heck, Big Timer? Like, what's going on, bro? Good evening, Smitty. How about them Cowboys? Glad to have you here, Big Timer. Your professional name. Okay. Well, I didn't know, bro. How have you been here the whole time? Like, or have you just been quiet? Like, what's been going on? And thank you for letting me know you're Big Timer. Good God. Did anybody know that was Big Timer? No. Welcome back, lurker. Apparently he hasn't been lurking. I haven't recognized his name much either, though. Big Timer. I can't believe that. I'm excited, Big Timer. Javonte or Ayuk at flex. Hey, Big Timer, you're in Arizona too, right? Been dealing with some family things, but always try and make your live streams. Okay. Well, stay more active, pal. I got to remember, Steven. Okay, Steven, I'm going to remember you. Plus, you got a wrench. You're a mod. But you're in Chandler. Okay, I'm going to be doing some local stuff, I think, really soon. So stay tuned. I might be doing a local, like, pizza football event thing. I'm going to try and do a regular, like, Thursday night or maybe Monday night or maybe Thursday night. I think it's going to be Thursday night. So stay tuned. Hopefully I have something. You'll see announcements for it and everything, but a local little live stream. Should I trade Claypool and Tunyon for TJ Hawkinson? Claypool and Tunyon. I'd take Claypool and Tunyon. No. I'd probably take Hawkinson. Mike Will and Elijah Mitchell for CMC. Yeah. Yeah. Go get CMC, pal. Go do it now, chicken wang. I got to go get my pizza pie. Hold on. Hi, picking up a pizza. Smitty? The Smitty, yeah. Thank you. Great, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Smitty always eating something. Top 5 wide receivers rest of the season. That's tough, man. That's tough to do off the cuff. I guess Adams, Hill. Adams, Hill. I'm gonna say Jefferson. Man, let's do a poll. Super chat. Call me later. I can't figure this out. This Tuba thing. All right, Mark. Mark's trying to trade Tuba Hubbard. Trying to get the right value. It's hot out. I need some air. Should I trade Hunt for Clyde? I'd probably rather have Hunt. As much as I like Clyde, I'm making you hungry. Wait till you see my pizza pie. Let me sanitize my hands real quick because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe living in a pandemic world. So we're gonna go ahead and sanitize, and we're gonna go ahead and open up the pizza pie. Let me make sure I answered that super chat properly. Mark Cleveland. Okay, yeah, Mark. I'll call you right after this, pal. Cream Hunt for sure. Yeah, I like Cream Hunt. Favorite pizza? I mean, right now it's this right here, Rush. I'll show you. No clue what to do with AJ Brown. You got to hold him or buy him. Deep dish. Blue Molinati's. Is Chiclan in here? Chiclan, have you tried this place yet? Chiclan's in Arizona now, so Chiclan and I might have to meet here for some pizza pie. Chiclan, are you here, Chiclan? I have Pat Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Terry McLaurin, Miles Sanders, Hunt, Logan Thomas. Look, any suggestions? I probably would trade Miles Sanders and I'd sell Mike Williams high, pal. Mark Cleveland sent a super chat. Thank you, Mark. Joel, no clue what to do with AJ Brown. Oh, I already got that one. I messed up on draft day. Why, JJ? Hit the like button, fellas. 100 people in the room. Only 42 of you. I'm out getting a pizza pie. It does help the channel, guys. If you do punch the thumbs up, it helps me bring you better content. I'm telling you. You guys don't know how much it helps the channel, which in turn helps you. The bigger the show is, the more I can bring you. So please punch the thumbs up. It does help when we hit like 100 likes a show. I can't tell you how much that helps the algorithm, how much it helps the show grow, how much it helps me create more content and shows, because when the YouTube channel's doing well, I can focus more energy on YouTube videos versus other external things. So I can't stress enough how that little tiny action by you, just a little tiny action, hit the thumbs up every time you're in a video, how much it helps me. Pass up Lamb for Robinson, pass Cup for Woods. I take Lamb over Robinson. I take Cup over Woods by a mile. In your draft, I got you. Mike Williams trade targets, need running back or tight end. Go after Gibson. and something. You might even get more Gibson and something. Go after JT on the low. Cordero Patterson or Rondell Moore. Give me. I mean, Cordero Patterson's not bad right now, but I think in time Rondell Moore will be the guy. Ridley worth the trade target? Absolutely. Ridley's on my buy low video, pal. He's one of the best buy lows of the week. T. Higgins still not practicing. Yeah, I wouldn't count on him right now. Damian Harris for Melvin Gordon. Um, I'd rather have Damian Harris on based on a few things, but I think Melvin Gordon is playing well enough that you got to take Gordon. Like even though I don't trust Gordon being there at the end of the year, but he's doing well right now. Should I trade Swift for Gaskin? I would not trade Swift for Gaskin, pal. Like where and Odell? Who cares about Odell? No, Swift by a mile, and I admit Swift is looking a lot better than I ever give him credit. I do feel like he's a worry, but not for that. Like not for that, pal. Panthers, Cardinals, Colts D. Cardinals, I think I'm going to start pretty much on the weekly. They make plays, man. They make plays. They were one of my crafty sleeper defenses this year. I mean, I don't know how people didn't think they were going to be improved. The additions made. Um, I love the Cards D, man. I love the Cards D. Michael with the super chat. Do I trade Taylor Lockett for Hopkins? 18 league Taylor and Lockett for Hopkins. You need to get a little more than that for. I mean, Taylor and Lockett's a lot. Like I like Hopkins way more. He's the best player in the deal, but I feel like you got to give. Then again, it's an 18 league with a lot of depth. Hold on, let me look at this a little more closely. You have Chubb, Mixon, Demont, Diggs, Adams, A. Rob. Yeah, maybe you do get Hopkins. I mean, it's an 18 league. It's just so shallow. Can you get a little bit more? But yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. In the 18 league, it's different. Rate the trade for my dynasty league, please. Full PPR CMC, Chuba, Julio Burrow for Devontae, Monty, Herbert. Okay, so you got Herbert and Burrow. You got an upgrade there in Burrow or in Herbert. Um, CMC versus Devontae is pretty darn even right now. I'd probably give the edge to Devontae because CMC's out, and then Monty versus Julio and Chuba. I guess give me the Devontae side, but it's very, very close. Y'all vote Godwin and Chuba for Galladay and Metcalf. Give me Godwin and Chuba right now. I know this is a very safe answer, but once Chuba's out of the lineup, then the other side has the advantage. So it just depends on if you can get wins right now. You know what I mean? Eventually, the Metcalf uh, side I like more, but trade Julio Jones and Edmonds for Cooper and Gaskin. Give me Cooper and Gaskin, pal. Try and keep the questions as short as you can, only because the long ones, it makes it hard for me to get to when I'm on mobile. Kamara for Gibby and Lockett. Give me Kamara. Well, it depends who your wide receiver is going to be, like in place of Lockett. Because I like Kamara more if you've got depth for it, and then it doesn't. Lockett's not the biggest. He's an upgrade for sure, right? He's playing well. You're going to start him, but I don't know. Carson, T.J. Hawkinson. I mean, if you need a running back, Carson. If you need a tight end, Hawkinson. They're very close to me. Tyreek Hill for CMC. If you can weather the storm, CMC is a great buy low. But at the same time, you're getting Tyreek now. You're getting him for the remainder of the season. Maybe they're close in value. Like, you know, Crod says, Ayuk, Javante, you never answered. Bro, I got, you know how many questions go through here? Like, I don't see a lot of them. It's not that I didn't answer it. I didn't see it, but I got you right here. I got you, pal. Give me Javante. I'll take Javante based on the upside of when he gets in there. How do you feel about higher, higher versus Pitts? I mean, Higby? I'd probably rather have Pitts by a little bit, but I like Higby a lot. No problem, Crod. Trade CMC for Hunt, Gesicki, and DK. CMC for Hunt, Gesicki, DK. I take Hunt and DK and Gesicki, pal, because you're getting a lot of good now value. Is Woods gonna bounce back? I mean, a little bit, yeah. Being offered Ridley, Tyson Williams, and Chenault for DK and Michelle. I don't know. I mean, very close, pal. I like DK and Ridley about even. Carson plus Najee for CMC. Give me Carson and Najee with McCaffrey out. Who knows how long? Thank you, Jason. Diggs, and thank you for the super chat. Overcome Diggs and A-Rob for Deontay and Adams. Ooh. Give me Adams and Deontay. Close enough, though. Arguable. Mike Davis and Pollard for DJ Moore. Give me DJ Moore. I mean, if Pollard got in there, obviously it would change my mind. Why am I getting so many sales calls today? Constant. I got a counter trade for Swift. I will get Godwin and Odell. Not feeling it. No. Keep Swift or trade him for higher. You can get a lot for Swift right now, pal. If I missed a super chat, please tell me if I missed your super chat. Kamara for Mixon and Javonte. 111 of you in here. Hit the like button. Let's get it to 100 if we can. Trade high on Jamar Chase. I mean, you sell anybody high. Anybody. I don't care if it's Kupp. I don't care if it's Najee Harris or Josh Allen. And you guys know how much I love Najee and Josh Allen. I'll sell anybody high, pal. But you've got to sell high. And Jamar Chase is earning a lot of value right now. He's got a ton of trade value. You better sell high or not. Don't sell at all, Caleb. And examples of selling high would be, if you need a running back, you're getting a Swift, or you're getting, a JT, a Gibson, maybe Gibson and something too. Like you don't go getting two mediocre players. Get Pitts if I have Logan Thomas. I like Pitts a little more for the upside that he could have. I was high once and my friends sold me. I'm not sure what you mean there. Kamara for Mixon and Javonte. Give me Kamara. Javonte will be good, but you got to be smart with it. He's not there yet, so you gotta trade him. If you're getting a good value. You're on fire today, Smitty. Thank you, pal. You're on fire, Nick. Drop Cephas or for Saints defense. I mean, if you need a D, if you have to have a D, yeah. I mean, or if you're picking up a backup D, I don't know. Depends on who you've got. If you got Arizona, I'm just running with Arizona. Connor or Tyson. Give me Connor. Kamara for Mixon, A-Rob, and Hawkinson. I like that trade if you need a tight end very badly, and if A-Rob's a big wide receiver upgrade. No problem. Ollie, I appreciate you. Buy low, elite wide receivers right now. Ridley, Diggs. No question about it. Like the top buy low gets. Like, if you don't get Ridley and Diggs this week buying low, you're not going to get them. You're not going to get them. Buy low or you won't get them. Best pizza right now for me, the best pizza in the USA, pal, because this is what I got to go with, is Lou Molinati's deep dish pizza pie. I mean, you tell me. You tell me what the best pizza is. I'm telling you, this is what I've got to work with. I don't have many more examples of deep dish in Arizona that are legit deep dish, but that's what I'm talking about. Lou Molinati's Pizzeria. I don't know if Steven, a.k.a. Big Timer. Hey, Big Timer, where's Sand Beach? Where is your Big Timer and Sand Beach? You guys were like two peas in the pod. You guys were two of my earliest followers. You and Silver. It was Silver. Is Silver in here? It was Silver, Sands Beach, and Big Timer. You guys were like the early, like, I don't know, three of my first followers on YouTube. And I don't know where Sand Beach is, man. Lou Malnati's one of your favorites, attaboy. Kittle for Godwin. I mean, if you need a tight end, it's a good swap. If you need a wide receiver, it's a good swap. Legion likes that pizza. Attaboy. What should I trade for Diggs? I don't know. Give me some players, man. I made a godly trade. Got Diggs for Ayuk and Pollard. Great trade. That's how you do it. Here's a security guard. He always thinks I'm up to no good. What is this guy doing on his phone? Godwin for Ridley. A good trade. Yeah, I take Ridley. Should I try and trade Cooper? Jacobs and Claypool for Diggs and Pitts and Landry? Yes. You should try and do that. Is having Chubb and Hunt as my running back 1-2 a good thing? Probably not. It doesn't really work out real well that way. Streaming tight end, Goddard or Conklin. I mean, Conklin looks pretty good, but Goddard for me. And thank you for the super chat, Caleb. Lewis, 2 wide receivers, Cooks, Myers, Pittman, or Ayuk. Give me Cooks and Myers right now. Sell high on Cooks though if you can. Like sell a running back and Cooks for a little bit better running back. Do a smart 2-for-1. Madison for Melvin Gordon. I mean, Melvin Gordon right now is good value. But if Madison starts another week, what's the update on Cook? I've been in a meeting all day and I jumped right on the live, so I don't even have the updated news as of the last 2 hours. Is there any news on Cook? Is there any news on McCaffrey? Did anything drop while I was in my meeting? Which my meeting was very big. Dave AZ Hell, are you in Arizona, pal? I assume you are. I'm gonna have some local stuff popping off soon. Make sure you keep tabs on me on my Instagram. Make sure you turn on notifications on IG. Lewis says 2 wide receivers. I got that one. Javonte over Sermon by a mile. CMC grade 1 confirmed. So what's the time frame looking like for CMC? I've been in a meeting all day. Big news. Amazing news for the show. I can't wait to share it all with you. I might do it on a video tonight or tomorrow and talk about it. Give up Cup for Diggs. I probably, here's the thing. I don't tell anybody because you get yelled at. Quietly like Diggs more, but I'm getting more because Cup's a top 1 to 5 wide receiver. Diggs is not, according to everybody. So you can't trade Cup for Diggs, but I like the idea and I get more. 2 to 3 weeks more. That's what we thought and expected. Okay. No news on Cook. I didn't think there was any. Give up Cup for Diggs. I got that one. You're in Jersey. Okay. Well, you can still come out to the local events, pal. I expect you to get on a plane and fly over here. No IR for CMC, but that's not new news yet. But it does indicate they're expecting it to be borderline 2 to 3 weeks from the time of injury, potentially, or they would have put him on IR for 3 weeks. Diggs or Gibby or Diggs or Gibby Ayuk. Give me Diggs. Of course, it matters if you need a running back, but I like Diggs overall better. Give Najee and AB for JT and Lamb. Najee and AB for JT and Lamb. That's pretty even, man. I don't know that I can even lean one way or the other on that one. Probably Najee. Probably JT and Lamb. Barely. And I love Najee and I don't know. No, I lean. It's even. What does the chat think? Najee, AB, or JT and Lamb? Very even. Very even. Start Hubbard. Got him off waivers thinking, of course you start him. You start Hubbard. He's a top 10 running back per start, maybe. Thanks, Smitty. I'll go Mooney over Cooks. Did I answer that one, JJ? I don't think I did. I go Cooks over Mooney. I don't think you asked me that question. I might have said something about Cooks, like sell high on Cooks, but you got to start Cooks over Mooney. That Chicago. Don't pull me into that. Don't pull me into that. JJ's like, oh, thank you for the advice. I'll start Mooney. Like I didn't answer that. JJ, you're killing me, JJ. No, you got to start Cooks. I'm just saying, trade him. Sell him high. It doesn't mean I don't like him. Najee and AB for now. Trade Diggs for JT. Very even. Diggs and JT are even. I'd rather have Diggs if all things were equal. Cup for CMC. I'd probably take CMC if you can weather it. If you can't trade Cup. Lamb, JT side. JJ. I love how JJ's pulling me into that. Good advice. I'll start Mooney. I haven't said anything about Mooney the entire show. When you lose your bench and your bench outscores your starters, that does suck, Dave. Saquon Najee for Ridley Javante. Saquon Najee. That's pretty easy, man. Najee, AB for now. No, my bad. I meant Rondell. Oh, okay. Yeah, you said Mooney. I start Cooks over Rondell right now. If I said differently earlier, I'm changing my mind. I don't think I said that earlier. I think I just talked up Rondell. But start Cooks right now. Cooks is on fire, man. But I sell him high. I sell him high. Saquon or Najee, I meant Ridley and Javante. You guys are all, you mean a lot of different things. You guys are getting me in trouble. Asking me questions, I'm answering them, then you're changing the game on me. 8-team league, Jalen Hurts just got dropped. Dropped Trey Lance for him. I'd rather have Jalen Hurts. I would. People are reactive. Go get him. I told you, week 4, 5, 6, that's when the craziest people get dropped. And some of the best pickups are the guys that come off of the drops of the first wave of transactions for weeks 4, 5, and 6. Rondell Moore, McKissick, Jalen Hurts. A lot of weird drops are going to happen. You're almost crafty holding on to your waiver wire pick and grabbing one of the dropped guys. You know, Taylor or Diggs. It's very even. I think I've answered this like 10 times. Not saying you shouldn't ask it. I'm just telling you. A lot of people have this question. And Diggs for me, if all things are equal, but if you need a running back, Taylor's a great running back for that swap. What should I trade for Diggs? Kyler Swift, Davis, Devontae, D Hop, Williams. Um, is that Mike Davis? Mike Davis and Devontae Williams. I mean, you could do that. AJB or Clyde for Kamara. AJB and Clyde for Kamara. I probably take Kamara right now because AJ Brown's hurt. Is there an update on AJ Brown right now? Again, I was in a meeting and I jumped right in my live, so I've been out of pocket for like 3 hours. Big news coming to the show. A meeting I couldn't postpone. You guys know I wouldn't postpone my show if I could. I couldn't move this meeting. So, should I start panicking on Lamb? Why? Why am I getting? And the crazy part, Silva, you're not the only one asking me this. You're not crazy for asking it, but I've got so many people ask me if I should panic about Lamb. Like, why? Why would you panic about Lamb? Why would you panic about Lamb? I don't get that at all. Like, we're only 3 weeks into football. We're entering week 4. Lamb's looked amazing in one of the games. He still looks heavily involved. Um, no, you can't be panicked about Lamb, pal. No, sir. I'm buying Lamb. But this is why I said buy him low. Off my video, if you guys saw my buy low, sell high video, which is the most recent video up, Lamb's one of the best buys right now. One of the best buys right now because there seems to be a panic about him, and I don't get it. I'm buying. I don't get it. I'm buying though. AJ Brown week to week, 2 to 3. Yeah. You know what though? I'll tell you guys this. I don't know if this is me being a detective over here or being just overly sensitized, desensitized, overstimulated, whatever the phrase you want to throw at it. AJ Brown put up an Instagram post that said, God doesn't make mistakes. God has a plan, and that could mean 2 to 3 weeks. That could make you that upset about it to make that comment and say, look, I got to look at this as a positive. But I'm hoping that isn't like a 4 to 5 week comment. You know, I'm hoping that saying like God doesn't make a mistake. Everything He's got a plan for everything. I feel like that wouldn't necessarily be a comment you make over 1 week. So we're definitely looking at multiple weeks. Hopefully, it's more the 2 to 3. But that was not that was a comment that made me think. You think this is what we get for Chase Edmonds rest of season? Yeah, you got a committee here. Don't panic on Lamb. Thank you for the super chat, Andrew. Andrew, you're the man. Andrew, you still here? Oh yeah, he's dropped another super chat. It seems like Dak is targeting tight ends more. Bro, we're 3 weeks in, and it didn't seem that way in week 1. So you really only have maybe 2 weeks, and not even really a full 2 weeks, but 2 weeks to really have that kind of stance. You know what I mean? Like you're 3 weeks in, and Lamb blew up in week 1. You know what I mean? Like 1/3 of what we're talking about, he didn't. Lamb was great. Lamb is great. Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Um, the owner of CMC, I guess I'm not following here. What package could you put together for CD Lamb, the owner of CMC? I don't know. I mean, I have to know your options, pal. But it seems like people are freaking out on Lamb. You could maybe buy him as a low end wide receiver one right now. You're the man. Um, I meant to ask, would you trade Saquon or Najee for Ridley? I would trade Saquon for Ridley, not Najee. Keep Najee. Yeah, trade Saquon for Ridley and Javonte. I would do that in a heartbeat, even though some people might not. I'm not. I'm probably in the minority here. Give Zeke and Claypool for DK and Monty. That's a really tough one. I'd probably take DK and Monty, but barely, and I'm not. I'm not comfortable with it. You know, if you have Pollard, I think we need to look at that. If you don't have Pollard, then I think I stand by what I'm saying. But Monty worries me. Gibson or James Robinson. Gibson by a lot. Like that's what I'm trading J Rob for right now. Is Gibson for sure. I'll trade you Robinson and Woods for Lamb. Yes, take Lamb. Give me DK Monty side, says Steven, aka. Hey, did you answer my question, Steven? Uh, where's Sands Beach? You, Sands Beach, and Silver. It was Big Timer, Sands Beach, and Silver. Three of my very, very first followers. Where is he, Steven? Where's Sands Beach? Can you get a hold of him? You haven't heard from Sands Beach in months, but oh man, we got to get a hold of him. Find a way, pal. No, should I trade AJ Brown and Gibson for Saquon? AJ Brown and Gibson for Saquon? No, I'd rather have AJ Brown and Gibson. For one, Gibson and Saquon are very close for me. Like I kind of quietly like Gibson more than Saquon. Quietly, it's risky. Um, but Saquon's getting there for me. He's getting there. He looks okay. He looks more explosive each week, each day, each carry. But I still worry enough about the offense to where I don't think he's going to get the value consistency wise that people are expecting. Robinson and Woods for Lamb, absolutely. Mike Davis and Waddle for JT, 100%. Been streaming tight end. Hopefully, I can get Conklin. I agree. Mike Davis and Logan Thomas traded away for Ridley and Goddard. I love that. I love that. I like Ridley over Mike Williams quietly. I don't tell anybody because people obviously get mad about it. You can't have that opinion in this world. Smitty, is Jamar Chase a must start? Of course he's a must start, pal. He's been a must start. Jamar Chase has been a must start all year as a wide receiver three. I mean, maybe some people sat him in week one, but after that, it's like, okay, put him in. He's a must start, pal. Now, you might have a good enough team to where you got to make a trade, though. If you're actually wavering and you're like, okay, he's a must start for you. But on my team, pal, I've got, Ridley on the bench, like then you got to make a trade. Would you trade away Jamar Chase for AJ Brown? No, because AJ Brown could miss 2, 3, 4. We don't know. Yeah, Jamar Chase is fine. I'd rather have Jamar Chase than AJ Brown right now because you get all those starts that AJ Brown's not getting. Jamar for Gibson PPR. If you need a running back, I like Gibson. If you need a wide receiver, I like AJ Brown. Or I'm sorry, what was it? Jamar. So I'd rather have Gibson if you need a running back. I'd rather have Jamar if you need a wide receiver. It's close enough to call it even. AJ Brown and Gibson for Eckler then. I'd rather have Gibson and AJ Brown over Eckler because AJ Brown, like Gibson, quietly can compete with Eckler. I really believe that. I think there's risk involved, but you're getting AJ Brown to account for that risk. So definitely do that. Is Damian Harris still worth holding or trading? You got to hold him, but he was a trade high for me for weeks, man. I know you can't always trade. Not everybody makes trades in certain leagues, so it's not your fault. But I definitely would still try trading him. Maybe wait for a big week. Smitty, any wide receiver you would add this week? I've got my wide receiver video up, Jose. In general, you've got guys. I mean, Cordero Patterson is a wide receiver and running back, but he's probably picked up. Rondell Moore could get cut in a lot of leagues, so keep an eye on Rondell Moore. Um, Jacoby Myers was available in an uncomfortable amount of leagues. I got a big old list up. I got a whole video up, Jose. Check it out. Also, it's on sleeperu.com. But I kind of need to know the wide receivers that are available. So, Jose, if you've got a list of them, drop them. Best player I could get for Mike Williams. I don't know, man. I mean, you could get a Gibson and something. You could get a JT for Mike Williams. Chuba or James Robinson start this week. Chuba for me. Damian Harris for Javonte. I take Javonte on the upside of what's eventually going to come, in my opinion. What should I trade for Kelsey? I don't know. I need to know your team, pal. Thoughts on trading my Sutton for James Robinson? In general, for Kelsey, I would say, try and do like 2-for-1s for Kelsey. I don't know that I like giving up one big player. You know what I mean? I'd like to give up like James Robinson and a wide receiver, or do something like that for a Kelsey. I don't know if I like giving up one piece for one piece, because it creates, to get Kelsey with one player, it creates such a big hole in your lineup at another position. I just don't love it. Hunt for Claypool. I take Hunt. No problem, DJ. Appreciate you. Guys, we need 4 more likes to get to 100. Let's end the show on 100 likes, please. Help your boy Smitty. Every time we get the show to 100 likes, it means a lot to me, and it helps the channel so much, man. So please punch it and get us over that 100 mark. 98. There we go. If Terry were here, we would have hit it way earlier. We missed Terry today. Reckless says, Smitty, what's your thoughts on Burrow, A-Rob, and Gibson for Kyler and Kamara? I take that in a heartbeat and run, pal. That's my thought on that. 105 likes. Thank you. Gotta run, Smitty. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Thank you, Big Timer. Appreciate you being here, Steven. Please come back often and comment often. And go get Sand Beach. Get him over here. Kelsey trade, Kyler Swift, Davis, Deontay Hopkins. Kelsey trade. I mean, Mike Williams, if you could trade him. Mike Williams and Davis even. Like, I would do that for Kelsey. DK for Ridley, even. Thank you, Nicholas. I'm out of here. I'm going to go home and eat my pizza pie. I appreciate everybody following me, supporting me. Big news coming, guys. 120 of you in here. Big news coming. I might announce it in my next video. I might announce it actually either Thursday or in a video that will drop tonight or later tomorrow. So if you want to know that news, it's nothing that's going to change anything on YouTube. It's going to just expand what we're doing, and it's going to be a great thing. It's not only going to be a great thing for people that don't know about the channel, but it's going to be a great thing for all of you that actually consume it, and the way you're going to be able to consume it additionally. So get ready for that. It's going to be phenomenal news. Take a lap. You half read my question and stopped. Wow. Sorry, Mikey. I didn't mean to. Thoughts on trading Sutton? Is this the one? Thoughts on trading Sutton for J-Rob? I have Tyreek, Julio, Higgins, and Mike Thomas. My running backs are Monty and Hendo. Is this the question? Okay, Mikey, I didn't mean to. I'm ADD, and I'm running a live stream with all kinds of questions. Like, I get sidetracked, pal. Sutton for James Robinson. I probably would take James Robinson. Like, he's a running back. And you can maybe even turn him into more. But I don't know that it's that, crazy either way. Najee or Waller. Should I trade for Najee or Waller? I think that question went away. Oh, well. All right. Thank you, Mikey. I'm sorry, Mikey. I never mean offense by it. Sometimes I do that. I'll start reading it and I'll stop and I'll start talking about something. So anyway, appreciate all you. Thank you for thumbing up the video. Comment if you have a question. If I missed your question, I answer questions in my comments for the first 24 to 48 hours. So I'll get to your question. If I miss any of your questions, please post it in the comments. I will reply. Your comments help my channel engagement. So I am obligated to answer your questions the first 24 to 48 hours, or it hurts me. I'm obligated, or it hurts me. So it's up to you to ask a question, and I will get to it as quickly as I can. I promise you that. I will do my best, is what I can promise you. So thank you for watching. Big news coming. I'll announce it tonight, late night, or tomorrow. And also ask your questions when I post this video right now. Thank you all.